Now, joining us on Chaos TV is Simon Allison from Drama Express. Drama Express provides an inclusive group for those with additional support needs to enjoy and benefit from the performing arts. Thank you for joining us today, Simon. Hello.
Hello. Hi there. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. You're looking nice and bright there.
Thank you.
Now, let's start with some easier questions and obvious ones. How and why was Drama Express formed?
Good question. So we'll go back only about 5 or 6 years, and I sort of work in the care special needs sector within Cornwall, and we had a group really of young people who wanted to access the performing arts. They have big ambitions to be on stage and sing and dance and act, and there wasn't sort of anything really specific in Cornwall. And it is my background as well, going back many years. So we decided to start a group up in Truro, and quite quickly came up a name, Drama Express. And since sort of 2014, it's been a big success.
Fantastic.
What have been some of the highlights since Drama Express started for you?
Wow, that's a good question, isn't it? There have been so many. I think definitely performing at the Minnock Theatre was a highlight. We've done that a couple of times, which is it's a very interesting experience. I think when working with young people with complex disabilities, it was quite easy to get down onto the stage, but actually going the other way was quite a chore. But we managed to do it, a huge achievement. And we've won a few awards out of the blue. I'm just very privileged and humbled. We received the Queen's Award for voluntary service, so going to Buckingham Palace was a personal highlight. Wow. And really, the highlights could be just something small, like a young person who appears to be sort of really, really shy and introverted, for them coming along to Drama Express and then watch them sort of develop. And within sort of 6 months, they're stepping out on stage in front of a big audience. So that's wonderful to see.
It must be so rewarding to see that as well. It must be so lovely. And to talk about members of Drama Express, who can be a member? Like, what's the sort of bubble, or what's the sort of audience you're trying to bring in?
Yeah, so we start with age 11 upwards, 11 to 25. So it's a young person, and really the whole range of disabilities, from sort of sensory impairments, behavioural support needs, autism, Asperger's, young people with limited mobility. We want to make the group is very, very inclusive, and that is our aim to sort of be inclusive to all disabilities. So everybody's sort of welcome, and we'll support whatever needs a young person will have.
Amazing. It's really, really lovely to see people being so inclusive and actually running things specifically to help people out. Yeah. During lockdown, I presume... Oh, sorry. No. During lockdown, Drama Express had some celebrity Ask the Celebrity interviews. Who took part and what were they like?
Ooh.
Yeah. So this was... there have been many negatives, haven't there? We all know with the pandemic, but this was it was a real plus that quite a few celebs had a bit of time on their hands, although not necessarily the reason they would come on to meet Drama Express. I think we sort of we hold our own with that, and we were delighted to welcome them on board, and it was wonderful. We approached a few agents to see if we could have these special guests to come on and do a virtual session, as we are now, and for the young people to sort of discuss their careers. And then it evolved really in a way of a bit like, kids asking questions to celebrities, which was great. I had no control over what anybody was going to ask. So, but it was the excitement of a Saturday morning, going out, getting a cup of coffee, and then actually you're online with somebody. So you want me to sort of name some names, obviously.
I mean, we would not dare press you for such things. Yeah, gimme.
So, well, starting in Cornwall, our own Ed Rowe, Colonel King.
Hey, yes.
Who is a top bloke and just wonderful with the young people and very good at giving sort of honest answers in a career in the performing arts. He was just magnificent, and he actually came along to our summer show at the Minnock. So I narrate the shows with the young people performing, even throwing in a few of my jokes. So there was a bit of pressure there with me trying to be funny in front of Cornwall's greatest comedian. No pressure. Like, trying to make him laugh, but he's a great guy. And actually, we have a young person in the group who is in a wheelchair. And sorry, I'm deviating a little, but I got a story.
She needed to
get down onto the stage. So there we were at the top of the Minnock Theatre with this young person in a wheelchair, thinking, well, what we need is a sort of Cornish giant who would have the strength to carry her down to the stage at the Minnock. And there was Colonel King in the queue at the top there. So he literally scooped her up and triumphantly carried her down onto the stage.
Amazing.
A great moment. And then we the next interview was David Badil, who wrote the song "Football It's Coming Home." Of course, this is before the Euros, so little did he know he would have fame again. He's done many a thing. His career is wide spanning, from his stand-up comedy. He's an author of some excellent children's books, and he actually has written a book about someone in a wheelchair being a superhero. So he was able to sort of chat about that. But he was really, really relaxed, and I'm trying to get in that zone of when you first get over, you are just similar to speaking to yourselves today. You're just speaking to people on a computer, and they're just real people who like to chat, and they very kindly gave their time. But he was really good with his answers. When I got the young people to ask the questions, of course, they can ask anything, can't they? And it's sometimes I think I might sort of skip over the questions I actually really want to ask, but no holes barred questions. And he was really good, really honest about his sort of career and the sort of up and downs of a celebrity lifestyle. So it's a great sort of insight, but also naturally very funny. Not just, he's got scripts and things like that, but he's generally made some jokes, just purely inspirational sort of jokes that would come off the cuff there. And then we had his wife, actually, Moana Banks, who is our patron, and also Mummy Pig, of Peppa Pig. She's done so much in her career, but she knows herself. She's sort of more famous for the Mummy Pig voice. But she came on and she did a voice workshop, and just incredible how she can switch on and switch off another voice. And her scope of impressions was incredible, from, Irish, American, Barbie, Mummy Pig, Scottish, but it was a little, I don't know, to watch somebody deliver just an accent to come out of their mouth so different and just so sort of spot on. It was very interesting. So she did some voice coaching and some tutoring, really, on how to develop your voice when you're an actor. And that was really interesting how you sort of portray yourself on stage. And I learned a bit about that myself because, in a way, you're a different person, aren't you, when you are in front of the public? And I always think myself, I have to sort of change my persona, my character, because I'm probably, admit, nobody would want to see boring me, but you have to become this other kind of person. That was really interesting because I think, a lot of these celebrities, we see them on TV and we think they're natural, but they're still putting on an act, because they're in the public eye there, and they are very different. And I think they probably struggle a lot with that, having to sort of, soon as somebody sees you, you've got to be that type of person you are on stage. But and then we had, who else have we had? Siobhan Finneran, who is an actress. She was in a TV series Benidorm.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
If I Had a Picture. And she's also been in Downton Abbey and things like Where the Heart Is. So she's a sort of very well-known actress who gave up a Saturday morning to discuss. And she was very different than the roles that she tends to, I can say this because I'm from up north, but she tends to play the classic sort of rather abrupt northern character. And she, in Downton Abbey, she was not the maid, but the housekeeper, who was quite fearsome, a bit like Miss Trenchball, a ferocious character. But she was very different. Her real personality, very, very sort of jolly, and again, she's sort of multi-talented in what she does. And we got the young people to ask some really good questions about sort of how do you sort of get into acting? How do you sort of develop your skills and just that interest in someone's career? And it's a very tough world to break into, the performing arts, and it's about never giving up, which we within Drama Express, our performances they're very, very important to us, and we want to make everything, the environment, the best way it can be, so the young people can perform. We don't ever put any pressure on the young people with scripts or whatever. We just want them to have fun, which they do. But the pressure is on myself and the rest of the team, the volunteers, to make sure they're accommodated and all the equipment's working and they get that best possible opportunity. So
it sounds like they all had really good learning experiences with all that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to have such influential people and to have people who have the knowledge there and are happy to come along and chat about this type of thing, it's fantastic. Could I possibly nudge things back a minute to the awards you were mentioning earlier? Could you tell us a little bit more about those?
Yeah, so it's just such an honour for me to share it with the young people, to be part of these awards. That they are. It's great to get an award. They're not the most important thing about Drama Express, but it gives you that recognition that you're doing something that's really empowering and as you said before, rewarding. So there's an award called the National Autism and Learning Disability Award, and we won the award for breaking down barriers.
Amazing. In
2019, which is what we do. We're breaking down that sort of barrier, the barrier for the young people not to be participating on stage. So that was a great achievement. And then we had the something called the Epic Award, which is through the voluntary arts. We got the Epic Award for England, so we were delighted about that. And then recently the Amatio, which is amateur arts, and but it's a European award, so it's great. We're thrown in with lots of different amateur arts associations across Europe, And the awards was in Italy, but we only got notification of the shortlist like 10 days with this email saying, can you come over to Italy for the awards? I know, 10 days. Well, and also it was all paid for and everything, but just too impossible to sort things out within that time. And but we all went online to the awards ceremony, and then as I said, the Queen's Award for voluntary service, which was at Buckingham Palace, and I got to meet Prince Harry just before he went off to Canada.
I mean, you've got quite a list as long as your arm effective to prove that what you guys do is so effective and amazing.
Thank you.
I've been told that you've got something exciting coming up in January, a documentary called It's Okay to Be Different. Yes. What can we expect from that?
Yeah. So I think within Drama Express, we run workshops and we put on performances. But we also, there's always something seems to be going on with Drama Express. It's like there's drama on stage and off, which is all great. That we really don't know what's around the corner and what sort of opportunities. So this was through our patron Moana Banks, who knew a filmmaker from Bristol, and he was looking for sort of marginalised groups to film for documentaries. So he came down and met the group, and he thought, wow, this is very powerful. They're an amazing bunch of young people, and they all have their own individual sort of stories and struggles in life away from Drama Express, and they all come together when they're with Drama Express. So the common theme is that they come to the drama group. So he pitched a documentary to follow the group for 12 months, and he sort of focused it on four or five of the Drama Express families. So he was following them out of Drama Express and also in the group. But it covered the sort of pandemic year that we had. So it's a sort of fly-on-the-wall documentary looking at everything that happened in Drama Express. It's narrated by Moana as well, which is going to be really good. So we had like a TV crew in our front room, which when they first came in with the cameras, that was fun. But when they start erecting up all the lighting and all the sound equipment, so surreal.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. And we got two little kids as well, and you want them to be part of real life, but they're kind of more fascinated so we did have to have someone to take them out because it was a bit too sort of real life. Kids swinging over playing with these cameras that must cost thousands, So he's filmed 12 months, and he's filmed months and months of footage, our big events over the year, and then he's condensing this footage into a 35-minute documentary.
Incredible.
It also we had a Oscars. We have an Oscars ceremony for the young people. I've got my Oscar here. There you go. So,
hey,
the Oscar at Tregenna Castle, where all the young people receive an Oscar for their achievements in Drama Express, and he filmed that down at Tregenna with the red carpet, and we had Molly Hocking, the singer.
Yeah,
she was our special guest to sing, and she also did a bit of a question and answer session as well. So she pops up in the film, as does Kerno King, and it's released. The release date is January the 23rd next year, and it will be on at Red Roof Cinema. It'll have its premiere with the red carpet.
Could I ask Could I ask you about the song that has the same title as this film?
Yeah, cool. So we have many wonderful volunteers who give their time to Drama Express. They've either got a background in special needs or the performing arts. One of our volunteers is called Fraser Mcalpine, and he's very talented author. He does numerous things, but he never even sort of mentions them. And sort of one day he said, "Oh yes, I have a band and I'm a musician, and do you want to record a song?" So I thought, yeah, let's do. We're planning on a musical next year. So he wrote a song with a really catchy tune, and then we asked the young people to come up with the lyrics, which they did, and the song, by some miracle, had the same title as the film, which is great. It's okay to be different, and it fits the path of the song. So Absolutely. We recorded in Truro over 3 or 4 sessions. The young people not only sing, but they play some of the instruments as well. So we were delighted with the outcome.
Amazing. Could you tell us where people could find out more about the group?
Yeah. Do you want an email address or a telephone number?
Whatever you
want to hand out.
Well, we've got a Facebook page. I must compliment my wife Emma, who sort of runs all that side of things. I get to do the good bit, which is the workshops and going on stage. She does all the admin side, which is a real task. So the email address is admin. I'm just trying to think. admin@dramaexpress@aol.com.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Amazing.
No, it wouldn't. It would be, sorry, it's admin.drama.
Yeah, of course.
And there's a website, and there is a telephone number if you just want to message. It's 07724 930 744. That's anybody wants to join, come along, volunteers or young people, you'd be made most welcome. There's lots of chocolate and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm in.
I was going to say, you've got me thinking now. Simon, it's been lovely to chat to you and hear about the amazing things that's going on and all the amazing outcomes that are coming from it. It sounds absolutely lovely. Sounds like a really safe and positive space, if that makes sense. It's really good to see how well it's helping people develop as well and come out their shells in a natural way without being too pressured. So thank you so much for coming on to talk to us. I really appreciate it. We've got a short video now looking at one of the amazing Drama Express workshops.
Started from demand of young people with complex disabilities within Cornwall who had a willingness and an enthusiasm for drama, and basically there wasn't a resource that they could access collectively to enjoy the performing arts. So I responded to that demand and decided to start a small drama project. The growth of the numbers in the group was phenomenal. It was, I never expected the membership to sort of exceed. We're probably on numbers of more than 50 young people at the moment with a really good, healthy waiting list, and it's expanded in an amazing way of developing the group and the potential of the young people.
I mean, I love drama and performance and singing and dancing, and it was just an honour to be asked to come along and help out. And it's amazing when young people want to ask me about my career. It's just really flattering. But I just find these kind of things really inspiring, really, because the youngsters are, regardless of their disabilities, they're giving it their best shot, and that's what really matters. And when they're on that stage and they're singing or dancing or performing, then you know, they're as important as anyone else, and they're just remarkably talented young people.
More friends than I ever have, because I've never really had friends outside of school.
Same, I've never really had friends either, and it's given me more experience to be more confident, to speak out, and to understand different people.
I would say before we found Drama Express that Charlotte wouldn't get off the sofa. She didn't want to go out, didn't want to join in and socialise very much. And since coming and meeting new friends and being really comfortable, it's the thing that gets her up and out in the morning. Even this morning when we had to be here early, she just was up and ready and dressed without even being asked. It's given her so much more confidence. Definitely socially she's benefited. She's been fantastic since we've started, and long may it continue.
Ruby benefits enormously in many ways. One of the main things is not just the drama with the being able to express herself, it's the socialising, bonding, the encouragement and support that they all give each other. I think without Drama Express, a lot of these children, because of their complex needs, are actually sat at home with parents or carers, and they don't get that opportunity to mix and socialise, which they absolutely crave, and it's so beneficial for them. I've seen Ruby develop in confidence and develop life skills, social life skills, you know, making friends with people, which is so valuable. It's lovely.
I've always loved drama and you know, that sort of thing. And as soon as I came, I just fell in love with it. I thought the children, well, the young adults are just amazing. They have so much to offer, and they've just, to see them develop, you know, it's just been fabulous. And I come as often as I can.
You know, you can see how shy they are before and nervous they are, and then that first young lady that got up and sang, you know, those nerves just went, and she has a stunning voice. And same with Amelia, who did a bit from Matilda. Utterly incredible. She just jumped on that stage. She had her prop set up. She knew exactly what she was doing and what she wanted to do. She did, you know, it was all choreographed, and she absolutely smashed it. You know, you could see her as Matilda.
I'm Richard. I'm the dad to Amelia Spain. She's got Asperger's syndrome and loves performing, but has never been able to be given the chance. She's been to other drama groups, but they've not really catered for her needs. Whereas with the group she's with now, Drama Express, they do tend to understand her issues.
It's just a good place. When I first started, I didn't know anyone here, but I did start knowing everyone. We do really loads of cool plays. We get to go perform at different places like Menic Theatre. Yeah, so we get to perform different places.
We're doing that again.
Yeah, we're going to be performing at Menic Theatre again.
Drama is more than just acting, dancing and singing. It's a life skill. It's communicating with different people. It's having the confidence. It's getting the job that you want.
Pantomime that I watched Ruby in was absolutely amazing. To see the encouragement that all the children gave each other before they were going on stage, to see her nervous with excitement and getting on stage and performing. And I think drama is very accepting of differences anyway, and I think for Ruby being involved in something like the drama where they're encouraged to be different, they're not encouraged to, you know, be a clone, she got to really express herself. And I saw the nerves before she went on stage, And then as she came off stage, I saw all the children run and hug and support each other, and it was quite emotional. As a parent, to watch that, it's pretty awesome.